Good morning. We had a short commute today. A real short commute. Spraying the plot right behind the seed warehouse here. Oh, it's fun. It's beautiful. Look at that thing, laying it down. We're going across the rows, trying to not get any strip bias in our plot here. And yeah, we're going to do this. There's just 15 acres here. And then we got a field around the corner over there. We're going to try and spray out this tank of fungicide that we have mixed up here this morning, and then we'll see about this afternoon. I think maybe we'll get the big sprayer out. So the drone's out here flying. Let's see if it happens again. In the last pass through, we popped a deer up, and he ran a little bit, somewhere right in there. I don't see him. A little fawn come popping its head up and ran a little bit, and then bedded down again. That is so cool to watch. I know I say it every day, every time we're doing this, but this is pretty awesome technology. Definitely see some differences in our soybean strips out here. I was just looking at stuff. Whatever variety this one is, and I don't even have plot signs up yet, but from right there to it goes over to there. That strip looks really good. This one over here doesn't look bad, but it's not as filled in. The beans aren't as big. There's a difference. There's one down there that looks really big, stands out a little bit. Interesting. We'll see. If I had to guess, that's our 3.0, 30-35. And there's a stake out there I could find somewhere, but these beans are soaking wet this morning with dew, so I don't really want to go out there too awful bad. There you can see the width of the pattern. Kind of. Or more than we could before. I did have to do a little cleaning today. I tried to go for the first flight and no liquid came out. I think that manganese that we sprayed yesterday, I didn't flush the lines after we did that. I should have, but I didn't. And I think it plugged up the little plunger valve. It looks like there's a PWM valve right above the nozzle on both sides, and I think they were stuck. I had to take them apart, flush them with water, and clean stuff up a little bit. It's working fine now, but lesson learned. Clean it out when you're done for the day. Well, this should be the last tank load of this field. Just got a couple passes in the back to make and then the perimeter. My wife wants her pumpkins sprayed. Everything in that tank is good for pumpkins too, so I think we'll go ahead and do that. This is the mix we mixed up yesterday. It's got the 5 different products in it. We've got our fungicide and our insecticide, which are the 2 big ones, and the pumpkins could use. And then we've got some boron, that sugar, and our source. I don't know if source has any activity on pumpkins. Well, it's one of those days. So we moved fields, right? We're over here doing this one. We're just kind of around the corner from the farm that's over on the other side of the woods there where we were just spraying. This was the first field of beans we planted, all 30-inch rows. I'm going to spray this one with the drone. We've got a nice driveway here, and I was backing the trailer in because I wanted to be underneath those electric lines. And I got the trailer in just fine. And then I missed with the truck. I missed. And we're stuck. Yeah, dang it. The guy that lives in this house here is Buddy, and I called him. He's going to come out and help me. I could call Dad, but he's right there, so it's one of those days. All right, we have made it, thanks to the neighbor here. We're getting this all programmed in. I'm just making sure my boundaries and margins are good. And I think we are ready to go. We use this one. Application rate is 2.5. Flight speed, height at 10 feet, 28-foot spacing. Good to go. Get my strap out of there so it doesn't get caught in the prop. You ready?
Aircraft preparing to take off. Stand back at a safe distance. Aircraft on ground.
There it goes. All right, well, see beans I can back into the field a little bit, and it ain't no big deal in this corner here. 80 acres, is that what we got? 75.8 remaining, 3 done, so 78 acres we're gonna spray in here. I put the 15-foot boundary in around the trees and everything, so it gives us a little bit more of a buffer away from the trees so we don't get obstacle avoidance warnings and shut down all the time or whatever. Yeah, we'll go out here and look at these beans in a little bit. They don't look too bad. I think they're going to be pretty good. They're not quite as filled out as I would like to see them. They didn't quite canopy completely, but it's all right. They're still pretty good beans. Setting, droning, something. We are, well, we're 50 acres in. We're clear on the far side of the field. We do have another driveway down on the other side of that house, but there's not a great spot to get off the road, and I don't want to be on the other side of the power line. So I just decided to sit here. Now that house lot there, we do rent a few acres off of him. It's just part of our field, so he's got so much lawn to mow, and he's got a big lawn on the other side of the house. It would be a great spot to park in, but without permission and asking them. It works. We've only got about 28 acres or so to go here. Let's see. We have 28 acres, 7 fields, another 7 tank loads. Won't take too long. I don't know that we're going to quite use up all of our chemical we have mixed up, so we're going to have to go find another field just to use it up. Well, we've just got another tank or two to finish up this field. I don't know if we're going to get this one flown off before our battery dies. We'll see how it does. But I thought I'd come out here and take a look at these a little bit. We are way late spraying these beans. These are a 2-3. They were the first planted beans. I should have been here probably 2 weeks ago. But we were busy. Let me pull a plant and we'll see what we got. If I can find one that's relatively by itself that I can pull out. Right there's one.
Aircraft disconnected.
Uh-oh. Too close to the trees. I can see it. I've got direct line of sight. There, it's back. All right. Nice root system. Again, we probably broke most of them off digging them out. Not as wet as I was thinking it would be, but they're sucking a lot of moisture out of the ground, so it is soft and it's not super dry. But look at all the pods. Look at the pods. There's a 4-beaner right there. Still pretty flat. They're not getting too much thickness to them where the beans are actually filling out, but there are a bunch of them. Looks really good. I'm sure our fungicide will still matter, but it would have been better a couple weeks ago. Most of the beans aren't quite this far along though, so we'll get them sprayed here quickly and it'll be all right. The insecticide will hang on a little bit longer. We'll get a little residual out of that and help it keep some of the stink bugs and stuff out, so that'll be good. Cornfield right next to us wasn't the first planted, but it was some of the first 103-day early corn. This was the first field we sprayed with the drone for tassel fungicide. You can see we're definitely brown silked here, much farther along in our development than when we've looked at them before. So let me peel that one back and see what it looks like. Not too bad. We didn't walk out there too far, but kind of a long, slender ear. Doesn't feel real girthy, but it's still got a lot of growing to do. Just feels like we don't have a ton of rows around. I didn't count it, but good length to it. That'll be a nice ear corn. You can see we're basically sweet corn stage here. We've got nice, full, milky kernels, but they got a lot of starch to pack in there yet. Long ways to go. Down to 1 gallon left and 30% battery. We are going to get it used up. I thought that being so far away in the shorter rows, it might not have enough battery to do it, but it did. Flying the perimeter. It's going to run out up here. I think I can get it in one more tank. Yeah, right at 11 gallons. We're going to end up being just a half a gallon short, but that's probably going to be good enough. Done with that one. We probably have about 3 tank loads left in my shuttle there. I've got another field about a half mile down the road here. So we're going to go and spray a strip out of the middle of that. It's going to be really difficult to match that strip up with where we're at with the big sprayer when I come in and spray around it, but I wanted to do a field that was kind of partially with the drone, partially with the big sprayer, and this is my opportunity to do that. So I'll try and keep it in a block in the center that I can define with like the electric poles or something to give us a little bit better idea of where I sprayed and where I didn't with the drone, because I can't transfer the coverage map to my John Deere monitor. Well, we're only going to get 2 tank loads. That's okay. Basically, we're spraying between that electric pole and that electric pole. I'll look at the map when we're done and see where it runs out, but that's what it looks like it's going to be about. Well, we got it done here. So we made it a little past that pole. We're really right across from the driveway and the house on the other side there, and then the pole on that side. So everybody stopped, saw me out here, so we chatted for a while. It's lunchtime, so I'm going to go back, grab some lunch, and then we'll probably load up the big sprayer this afternoon, try and get a load or 2 done. I think my wife and kids are not home, so I got free reign to go and do stuff. I am sure that we are going to do more spraying with the drone, but I don't know when, and I can tell that I'm spraying sugar. When I was folding it up, everything is sort of sticky. So I'm going to at least rinse the lines out, put a little fresh water in the tank, and pump it through the lines so that nothing gets stuck while we're sitting in the barn here. We'll rinse the nozzles off too. Is that a duster? I don't think so. I haven't seen any spray planes around. I mean, I've seen the videos on the internet, but I haven't seen any actually. Drones are taking over. Okay, it has been a while since I've done any spraying with the big sprayer. Since V5 corn, I think. We're gonna load one up here. We might only do 1, maybe 2 today, and then we'll see from there. But yeah, got all our stuff out that we need. We've got our Miravis and our boron there. I have another boron shuttle down to Berkey, but we're gonna use this one up, and then if we get the other one, great. If we don't, well, we'll save it for next year. And we'll see how it goes. So, and then I got some more indigo. It's our insecticide. We've got our source. I'm going to use that until we run out. And then I've still got some of this Sweet and Easy. We're going to put in enough for 80 acres here. So you remember the other day when we went and got this and I said there was a little bit left in it? Yeah. Turns out that was Liberty and Clethodim and glyphosate. Well, no glyphosate. Liberty and Clethodim. So I could have just went and sprayed that out, but I have to spray those double crop beans and kill the volunteer wheat that's coming. So I decided rather than spraying that out and just getting rid of it, I would load up enough to go and do that whole field. So that's what we're doing. The problem is I don't have my glyphosate and my Liberty and stuff easily accessible with chemical pumps on them, so we're doing it the hard way with the calibration jug there that holds 5 gallons, and we got to get our glufosinate yet, the Liberty, but We're about got enough water, so we're gonna stop that, and then we will go switch shuttles. All right, back in the big sprayer. Let's have some fun here. So we do have double crop beans in this field, but only part of it. There's like 30 acres, and you can see all the volunteer wheat that's growing. And I know it looks bad. We talked about this when we harvested. There's our volunteer, or our double crop beans. We'll get out and look at some point. We talked about this when we were harvesting. It's gonna look really bad. It's not. It's okay. We checked our losses. They were not that bad, but it looks bad. Enough playing with your drone and your stupid toy. Get out and cover some acres. Something like that. It is nice to be able to go fast and sit in an air-conditioned cab, though, let me tell you. Let's look at our beans. We do have some. We have some. They're not great. They're not super thick. We're going to have to give Brock a refresher course next summer on planting double crop beans. Usually it's best to go on an angle across the rows, not straight down them, because, well, that row got sunk right into the wheat stubble row, and they don't come up very good when you do that. So that's why you go on a little bit of an angle, and then that's better. It's 30 acres. We don't really care that much, but, you know. And we clearly didn't have enough seed to plant this whole field, and he chose to plant the pass right next to the trees that aren't going to grow anyway. I would have skipped a pass or two there myself. But it's okay. We got some beans here. They're growing. Let's see. Growth stage. Right here is our unifoliate leaves. So then we have 1, 2 trifoliates. Are we at V2? Oh boy. Got a long ways to go. Yep. V2. Gonna need to do some growing here. I don't know if they'll make anything or not. They might. They might. But they don't look anything too special. So you can see we got weeds. We got some common ragweed. That sort of looks like a ragweed, but I don't think it is. We've got some grass here. We've got volunteer wheat in the windrows. Like right here. Whoa! This is all volunteer wheat. This. I saw a few mare's tail. Mostly these ragweeds in the grasses. So the glufosinate, the Liberty, will clean up all of that stuff. The Roundup will take care of the grass and the wheat. So there's some milkweeds over there. Yeah. I don't know if our beans will make anything, but we're at least going to give them a shot and take the competition away from them. "15 miles at 120 feet wide is faster than 20 miles an hour at 28 feet wide with the drone." So, you know. But I have to stop, and it takes a lot longer to load when you're in the big sprayer than it does with the drone. I just have to stop a lot more often. I don't know. We can definitely cover some ground with that drone. We did well, but it'll never match the efficiency, at least not anytime soon, of what we can do with a big sprayer like this. If I can drive right. Stay on the roads. Come on. See that pass there? I don't think I would have planted those there. It'll be okay. I finished the field over there, and I had just enough to make a half a pass up in this other field. There's no beans over here. Yeah, we've got the volunteer wheat. We've got other weeds and stuff growing. But it's too early to spray the wheat stubble to kill the weeds, like for the fall kind of thing. So we're not going to spray it all right now. I just did that one tank load to do it. We'll probably end up having to spray those beans again, either after we harvest them or early next spring or something, because there's going to be more stuff come back. So anyway, I rinsed some fresh water through the boom, and now we're going to go through and switch our nozzles to the fungicide nozzles. Alright, well, we're in the field where we finished up with the drone and did a strip down the middle, so we're trying to remember where that was and avoid it. But we're spraying. High pressure, high volume. Looks like I need, we're going to do one more pass back up the other way and then jump to the other side of my split. Pretty darn good looking beans right here. These were some early planted ones. I think they're 2.2s. I'd have to go back and look. 2.2s or 2.3s maybe. We got a lot of early beans this year. Would lead to an early harvest potentially. I think we're shaping up for a more like a September 15th to 20th start to bean harvest than September 30th. So we'll see. But things are progressing quickly, and we've got early maturities, and some of them look really good. Well, I got done what I needed to here. This running over bean stuff, this is no good. Look at these giant wheel tracks. Ugh. Oh well.
These are the small wheels or the big ones?
These are the small wheels. Alright, well, we got these 2 fields here done, and sprayer is empty. We got 13 gallons left, it says, which is not very much. So we're going to go park it. We will spray some more maybe tomorrow afternoon. Well, it's almost 4:30 on a Saturday afternoon here, so we got a bunch of spraying done today. I did about 180 of the fungicide, and then we did another 80 of herbicide. So it's a good start. We'll hit it again. Maybe we'll do some tomorrow, maybe we won't. I don't know. And then Monday. The weather looks good most of the week, so we should be able to get all the beans sprayed by the middle of the week, I would think. I did start the rain machine back up, so we're pumping water again. Keep her moving until it rains again. Make another pass. We're working on pass number 8 now. And I was mowing lawn last night. Our 0-turn lawnmower she's become very unreliable in the last year here or so. We just had it apart to fix some stuff with the hydraulic system, and now the engine is giving more trouble. It sounded like a hole in the muffler, but then I had to stop at one point. I noticed it was smoking pretty bad, and it was really hot, and I thought, uh-oh, something's not right. And so now I'm wondering if we got a head gasket that's blown, which would be like the 3rd one, or if there's something else. I don't know, but I'm ready for a new lawnmower. I haven't convinced Dad yet, but I'm ready for a new one. That one we've had for 20 years. She's pushing 1,000 hours, which is not that many, but it's 20 years old, and it's not reliable. So I had to put the mower deck on the old lawnmower of mine that Ryland's been using to sweep the lawn with the lawn sweeper, and he's not very happy about it. But anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And we'll see you guys again on Monday. Right, Ryland?
Yeah.
Ryland and Brayson have one more full week off before they have to go back to school. It's coming fast. Week and a half yet. So, you heard anything about football practice yet?
No.
No. Football's going to start soon. All right. We'll see you guys.